Hey everyone, this is Tyler on the second episode of Tyler Tasty Tales. Today I'm talking about one of the most interesting and most legendary Korean foods, Budae Jjigae, or army stew. So picture this, it's 1953 and the Korean War literally just ended. Most of the country is destroyed. People barely have rice, and real meat is basically impossible to find. But right next to the US Army bases, especially in a city called Uijeongbu, American soldiers have stuff Koreans have never seen before. Canned spam, hot dogs, baked beans, and bright yellow sliced cheese. Blech. Obviously, the soldiers didn't finish everything. So clever Korean aunties started trading kimchi and side dishes with the cooks or buying the leftovers super cheap. They took this random American food home and asked the real question. How can we make this taste Korean? The answer was genius. They chopped up the spam and hot dogs, threw them in a pot with super sour old kimchi, gochujang, or Korean red pepper paste, and some anchovy broth. The fat from the spam mixed with the spicy kimchi juice, and suddenly, it tasted amazing. That's how Budae Jjigae was born. Budae means army's base, and Jjigae means stew. So the name literally means army base stew. In the 1950s and 60s, eating Budae Jjigae was actually a flex. It means you also had connections to the US base and could get real meat. Little restaurants popped up around the bases, and people lined up for it. Later, in the 1970s, Korea started making its own instant ramen, and someone decided to throw noodles in the last minute. That's the classic way. And the melted cheese on top? That's just a modern upgrade. So, yeah, Budae Jjigae started as a poor survival food made from war leftovers, and now it's one of the most popular dishes in Korea, served in fancy restaurants and home kitchens. It's basically the perfect example of Koreans taking something completely random and turning it into absolute fire. Since you've learned about the amazing history of Budae Jjigae, it is time for us to cook it. Here are the ingredients. We've got gochujang, brown sugar, rice cake, a half medium onion, some garlic, some sausages, and you could use hot dogs if you want, but I really like these Korean sausages. Some green onions, enoki mushrooms, some of this tofu, look at that. Some spam, some baked beans, some gochugaru or red chili powder, and some sour and old kimchi. Look at that. Some mirin and some soy sauce. So the next step is to make the soup base. You will first need 2 tablespoons of gochujang. Next, you will need 2 tablespoons of gochugaru. And 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Mince 4 cloves of garlic. Next, put in the garlic. 1 tablespoon of mirin. Next, put in a tablespoon of sugar. Then put 3 tablespoons of water and mix it all up. Once you are done mixing all of this ingredients, and it should look like this, it is time for us to cut the meat. Let's cut some spam. Now we're going to put some spam in the pot. Next, cut the sausages into little tiny pieces. Next, cut a half medium onion into strips. Next, we're going to put some onions inside of the pot. And some rice cake. Next, we're going to cut the tofu. Now put the tofu inside of the pot. Next, put the old and sour kimchi inside of the pot. Then the enoki mushrooms. Next, put the soup base in the middle of the pot. Remember to use all of it, all of this yummy soup base of gochujang and other stuff. Next, we are gonna put some baked beans. In fact, these baked beans was an original ingredient in the first Budae Jjigae. Next, put in 3 cups of water inside of the pot. This is optional, but I really like putting ramen inside of my Budae Jjigae. Then cook it for around 10 to 15 minutes. After cooking for about 10 minutes, you want to put a slice of American cheese on top of the ramen. Mix it up and some garnishing, which is green onions. Then mix it up. Look how that cheese melted all over that ramen. Now you want to mix this all up. Spam, tofu, kimchi, and the onions. Whew, it's time to eat. 감사합니다. American cheese, the noodles, tofu, and all of the meat combined makes a perfect taste of spiciness and fattiness. I can't believe this is what people in the army ate during the 1950s and 60s. It tastes so good. Perfecto.